Good afternoon. My name is Austin Chafee, Project Manager with Jacobs, member of the New England Chapter Board of Directors, and moderator for our annual awards program today. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our Mark H. Hasso Project Excellence and Scholarship Award program. I'd like to begin with an important safety moment. Please identify your closest emergency exit, which I believe is the door that you came in on. In the event of an emergency, there's one also there. Please remain calm and follow the instructions of the Omni Boston Hotel staff. Oh, forgot to do the slides. That's me. All right. I am pleased to welcome CMAA New England Chapter President Dave Pont and Managing Director at Ancora, based here in Boston, to the podium to share a few words.
Thank you, Austin. Good afternoon, esteemed guests, distinguished members of the CMAA New England chapter, and our bright future leaders and scholars, excuse me. It is with great honor and excitement that I stand before you today to welcome you to the Mark H. Hasso Project Excellence and Scholarships Awards program. Say that 10 times fast. As we gather in the heart of Boston, a city renowned for its rich history and vibrant future, we are reminded of the pivotal role of the construction industry plays in shaping our communities, our economy, and our very way of life. The skyline of Boston, a blend of historic charm and modern innovation, stands as a testament to the ingenuity, resilience, and commitment to those in our field. The construction industry, both here in Massachusetts and across the globe, is at a critical juncture. We are faced with unprecedented challenges, from navigating the complexities of urban development to addressing the urgent need for sustainability and resilience in our projects. Yet it's within these challenges that we find our greatest opportunities to innovate, to redefine the boundaries of what is possible, and to build a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous. The future of construction management is at a promising horizon, lit by the advent of new technologies, methodologies, and collaborative approaches. We are moving towards a future where construction management not only delivers projects, but does so by harnessing the power of data analytics, virtual reality, artificial intelligence to enhance the efficiency, safety, and quality. A future where construction managers are not just builders, but visionaries and stewards of our built environment. Today, as we celebrate excellence in construction management and honor the achievements of our peers and the promising potential of our scholarship recipients, we also embrace the responsibilities to lead our industry towards this bright future. We celebrate not just the projects that have been completed or the academic achievements of our scholars, but the shared commitment to excellence, innovation, and leadership that defines us. Let us take this moment to reflect on our collective accomplishments, to draw inspiration from the work that lies ahead, and to recommit ourselves to the pursuit of excellence in all that we do. Together, we are building more than structures, we are building the future. At this point, I'd like to thank our sponsors, STV, WSP, JLL, Robinson & Cole, Jacobs, PMA, TRC, Caminiti, Gilbane, Stantec, Timberline, and Turner Townsend. I'd also like to thank our program sponsors, Kleinfelder, AECom, Suffolk, and Kevel. But I'd also like to thank the committee members, both our awards committee members and our scholarship committee members, who've worked diligently to bring this program to you guys today. They worked very hard, and I like to think we should give them a round of applause for all that they've done. Thank you. So again, thank you for joining us today. Let us proceed with the celebration of excellence, achievement, and the bright future of construction management. Thank you.
All right. We have an excellent program planned for you this afternoon. I have enjoyed working alongside the awards committee over the past 6 months. So I echo Dave's sentiment on awards and scholarship and anyone who's contributed to the event. Event photos will be posted to our website / Flickr account after the program. The link can be found on our website. And I encourage you to share those photos with any of your team members who weren't able to attend today. We're also attempting to record this, so the podium has a camera on it, so none of you are in the shot right now. Last year, we ran into some technical difficulties on my end, so I'm hoping that this year we get through the whole thing. It cut out halfway through last year. One other note, in the inside back cover of your program, there's a QR code for a survey. I think it's 5 questions. I made it like a month ago, so I don't remember exactly how many questions it was. But I really appreciate before you left today, if you scan that and filled out the questions, it gives us feedback on the venue, on the content of the program, the timing, and so on and so forth. So please look for that. I'll give you a reminder at the end too. Alrighty. Let us begin with our first award. CMA New England confers Distinguished Service Awards to chapter volunteers who have shown long-term dedication and commitment to the chapter's mission with a consistently high level of performance, going a step beyond what is expected through initiation and innovation. This year, we have one director ending their tenure on the board, and we would like to acknowledge their contribution. Bob Barton has had a role to play in the construction management industry for the past 35 plus years, and he has been a valued volunteer and member of the New England chapter of CMAA for the past 12 plus years. He has served in numerous capacities, including committee chair for membership, government affairs, programs, advisory and governance, and served as chapter president in the 2014-2015 chapter year. But more than that, Bob was always able to bring his CM experience and expertise to our chapter. Now we wish him the best as he focuses on family and enjoys the retired life. Please join me in a round of applause for Bob.
Just a few thank yous for the board, obviously, of CMAA and all the folks that have been in this industry and contributed so much to our profession. It's great to see this crowd today and hope to see you all grow in the future as Sally and I drift off into a retirement. So again, thank you very, very much.
All right, moving right along. I would like to now welcome Sidel Aldwang King of Massport and the chair of the scholarship committee to the podium.
Clearly, I'm quite short. Unfortunately, I'm not vertically gifted. Yeah. Well, good afternoon, everyone. For those who have not met me, my name is Sidal Doğan King. I am the chair of Scholarship Committee. It's my pleasure today to have you here and talk about our scholarship program. I'd like to thank you for all our sponsors and members for their support. Your generosity would allow us to give scholarship to our amazing students who are studying in construction management program. As you know, these students are our future, and the more you support, the more the scholarship we can provide these students. I also want to thank our scholarship committee member, Bill Carney, who weren't able to make it today. Oops. I'm so sorry. I guess it just jumped here a little bit.
I got it.
You got it? Perfect. Thanks, Austin. So, oh yeah, I was talking about scholarship committee members. Bill Carney, Deborah Caminiti, Timothy Johnson, Katie Joe, Alejandro Mazzotto, Abby Trainer, our new committee members, Emily Andrews, Colin Kelly, Brianna Myers. I am deeply appreciative all of their efforts. They put this effort to make sure that our scholarship process went seamlessly. The scholarship applications are sent to all of students in New England, which offer a construction management program. These schools are Wentworth Institute of Technology, Norwich University, Worcester Polytechnical University, Roger Williams University, University of Massachusetts, Fitchburg State University, Northeastern University, University of Maine, and Western New England. We have received 18 applicants this year. As you can imagine, it was quite difficult to pick 6 of them, and we awarded 6 students a scholarship. This is a 5,000, and I will now name each one of these recipients and ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until I am done. I am read for these students. Aiden Behilo, I believe we don't have her. Daniel Fontana, Eric Peter Cabezzudo, right here. Hi, Eric. Jack Briscoe, Paige Littlehead, and lastly, Vidisha Paltavar. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all of you for your continued support on New England's CMAA chapter. And I think this is the fun part of my speech. Let's go now and watch our students' videos, their introductory videos. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aiden Bahilo. I'm a rising senior civil engineering major here at WPI, enrolled in the BS/MS program. On campus, I'm president of Chi Epsilon, the Civil Engineering Honor Society, vice president of Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering Honor Society, and next year I will be one of the Concrete Canoe co-captains for our American Society of Civil Engineers student chapter. Concerning interest in what really got me involved into civil engineering, it was actually my Eagle Scout project. I didn't really know it at the time, but the role of pushing forward the Eagle Scout project is really the role of the project manager, balancing stakeholders, getting approvals, managing teams. Construction management is written all over it. And I love the process, and being at WPI and sort of marrying the theory with the practice, and sort of seeing, especially at my time at Gilbane, the benefits that the construction industry really provides society. It really cemented my my ideals and definitely my future career path. I'm definitely really excited next year when I graduate to join this industry of professionals and to really get my feet wet in the construction industry. I'm very grateful to be a recipient of a CMAA scholarship. Thank you so much for the opportunity to help me advance my education at WPI. I'm very grateful. Thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your day.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm a construction management major at Western New England University going into my senior year. First, I'd like to start off by saying how truly honored I am to receive this scholarship from the CMAA selection committee. Thank you. So why did I pick construction management? Well, at a young age, I've always had a fascination with bridges, skyscrapers, roller coasters, structures in general. My dream job at the age of 5 was actually to build roller coasters. But fast forward to today, now I'd like to build schools for students to learn, make friends, and even create lifelong memories that they'll cherish forever. So a little bit about me. I always have a beat or a song running through my head. Music is actually something that grounds me. It's always been that way. Whether it's playing the drums, a little bit of guitar, or just going to a concert, if there's music, you'll find me near it. So who drives me? My mom and my sister are definitely the ones who drive me. The three of us have been a team since day one. And everything that I do, I know that I'll have them right by my side and I'll be right by theirs. It truly is the best way to make it furthest in this world, as a strong team with a solid foundation. Finally, I would like to end by saying thank you again to the CMAA New England Selection Committee for giving me this scholarship. Thank you, as well as Dr. Ho, my professor, for sharing this scholarship with me, and all of the employers who made it out here today. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Fontana. I'm a sophomore at Roger Williams University. I first off want to say I am extremely grateful for receiving the scholarship. This award will help me continue my education and pursue my passion in becoming a construction manager. I love construction because I've always been fascinated by the way things are built and put together. Construction also allows you to contribute to the built environment, which is something that I have always dreamt of doing. Working in construction allows you to meet with so many different people of all these different backgrounds, all with the common goal of building something that'll last many, many years. That's something that I've always wanted to be a part of. I'm originally from Westchester, New York. I'm studying construction management. I'm going for a minor in economics. My love for construction started at a young age. I was in kindergarten. I had an obsession with Legos and Lincoln Logs. My pre-K teacher even called me Dan the Builder. This nickname I never thought would stick with me, but it has. Lastly, I want to thank the board members and supporters of the CMAA New England chapter for allowing me this opportunity. Thank you for supporting myself and other students as we pursue our dream in becoming construction managers. Thank you.
Hi, I am Paige Littlehale, and I'm a rising senior at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, where I'm majoring in architectural engineering and minoring in business. On campus, I'm involved as a member of the Club Women's Lacrosse team, the Architectural Engineering Institute, and Alpha Xi Delta, where I serve as finance director. Firstly, I'd like to thank the CMAA-NE for selecting me to be one of the recipients of the scholarships this year. I am very grateful for the scholarship and for the opportunities that it presents to me. I've always loved architecture, especially the older styles that adorn the New England area. The whimsical Victorians and the craftsmanship and the woodwork and old colonials has always left me in awe. Growing up surrounded by these beautiful buildings guided me into learning more about the world of architecture and eventually choosing my major in college. Being proud of myself and all that I do is what drives me to put my best effort in my work. I am proud of all that I've accomplished so far in college and even in my professional career. I began working in construction management after my freshman year in my first internship. I was very timid at first, but after a few days, I began to become more confident in myself. By the end of my internship, I was very proud of myself for going outside my comfort zone and for my performance overall. I instantly liked construction management and have worked internships in it every summer since. After graduation, I hope I get the opportunity to continue working in construction management as I'm currently looking in graduate programs that encompass this. I aspire to be able to drive around and point out to my family and friends the buildings that I aided in the construction process. Again, thank you so much to CMAA-NE, and I hope that I continue to make accomplishments in the construction management field.
Hello everyone, I'm Vidisha Paltevar. I'm an international student from India currently pursuing my master's in construction management at Wentworth Institute of Technology. I have my bachelor's degree in architecture. I have worked as an architect and an interior designer. I have deep-rooted passion for architecture and design, which has evolved into profound interest in construction phase itself. During my professional experience, I had the opportunity to oversee the execution of various architectural and interior design projects. Witnessing the process of transforming designs into tangible structures, this exposure was incredibly gratifying and made me appreciate the intricacies of construction management. I'm driven by desire to create sustainable, efficient, and innovative solutions that positively impact our built environment. I believe in the power of technology to revolutionize the construction industry, and I'm eager to contribute my skills and knowledge to drive positive change. My professional aspirations lie in becoming a construction management professional who can seamlessly integrate architectural expertise with construction management acumen. I'm particularly interested in virtual design and construction, that is VDC, and its application in optimizing construction logistics and site utilization planning. Transitioning from architecture to construction management has been an exciting journey, and I'm confident that my unique blend of skills will allow me to make significant contributions to complex construction projects, ensuring efficient and sustainable project delivery. I would like to thank CMAA New England Edition for this opportunity. I'm greatly honored to be the recipient of this award. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jake Prisco. I want to start by thanking the Construction Management Association of America New England Chapter Scholarship Committee for selecting me as a recipient for this scholarship. I am truly honored and grateful. I would like to also thank the other members of the association and those in attendance today for this great event. I am currently a junior at Wentworth Institute of Technology, where I study construction management with a concentration in commercial real estate development and a minor in business management. At Wentworth, I am a captain on the baseball team, as well as a member of the Sigma Lambda Chi Omicron Forward chapter and a member of the NICA Club. Since my first year here at Wentworth, I've completed 3 co-ops across fieldwork, project management, and pre-construction. Outside of school, work, and athletics, I love to travel, spend time with friends and family, and attend Boston sporting events whenever I can. My family is what drives me. My parents never went to college, and being small business owner since I was a kid, I see what it takes in the ups and downs of business, and I hope I can work just as hard as they have. I chose construction management because no one in my family is in the industry, and I wanted to create my own path. I also love the construction process. I love the communication, construction technology, and other technical aspects of the industry. The ability to create and revamp space to cater to the community and the economy is something I'm drawn to and want to become a part of. My future goals are to be in development where I can plan, design, construct, and own sustainable, innovative, and functional projects with one day having the opportunity to become a building owner myself. Again, thank you for selecting me for this scholarship, and thank you to those here today.
Thank you everyone for being here again. Thanks you.
Back up. It is always wonderful to have our scholarship recipients present. 2 were unable to attend. I did run into Daniel at the golf outing 2 weeks ago. I didn't give him any grief. His video was very similar to his video last year. He's a repeat winner, so I'm gonna have to reach out to him. I'm pretty sure he called himself Dan the Builder last year as well. So don't worry, this is only being recorded and public for everybody. So I encourage everyone to take a moment. If you didn't run into the scholarship recipients before the program started, feel free to try to reach out to them after, congratulate them. And to the students, if you didn't coordinate a group photo, please stick around after so we can get a group photo with the scholarship committee. Maybe it's already done, I'm not sure. I would like to also take a quick moment to mention the Mark H. Hasso endowed scholarship at Wentworth that CMAA initiated, I think it was 4 years ago. Yes, our scholarship was established 4 years ago. I was just about to say that. And a new recipient has been named. And so I'll ask Daly Rivera to please stand. And if you will all join me in a round of applause in congratulating Daly. All right. Our Person of the Year recipient is Luciana Birdie, International Associate AIA, CCM, MCPPO, NAC. Since 2012, Luciana has been transforming Massport, and since 2020, when she took over as Director of Capital Programs and Environmental Affairs, she has been managing some of the most complex and largest projects in Massport's history. If they are not among the multiple mass sport projects being awarded this year, they were either awarded previous years or they'll be coming up in the future. They always produce very good work. In addition, Luciana continues to contribute to the CM industry through her teachings at WPI and Wentworth. Her attention to technology, innovation, and lean principles help prepare her students for an ever-changing construction industry. And CMAA has also benefited. Luciana has served on the National Board of Directors and chaired the Emerging Technologies Committee. Our awards committee is proud to present this year's Person of the Year award to Luciana Berti.
Bob, I'll say a few more words and I was shocked. I'm like, oh, he just said thank you. He actually just said thank you. So Austin, thank you again for the introduction. First and foremost, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the CMAA Award Committee and for this incredible honor. I'm really, really humbled. Deborah Caminiti as well, for nominating me. It was a surprise. And David Ponte, sorry, I'm pronouncing your name differently, current president of the CMA New England. I'm very happy to be here. I want to join also in congratulating with Bob and the team that work on this amazing project, all of you, and also the scholarship recipients. Thank you. It's great. This event is always fascinating, even when Massport doesn't win. So being named the Person of the Year, it's a real privilege and I don't take it lightly. Being added to a list of so many amazing leaders like Michael Bertolin, John Phillips, Joe Aiello, it's very humbling and it really means a lot to me. As I was reflecting on the path and the reason that have brought me here, I realized that this achievement will not have been possible if it was not for collective efforts, support and guidance of what I call them my 5 families. These families have been my pillars for strength, endurance, inspiration, and I'll touch for each of them. I have to thank and touch each of them a little bit. Don't worry, my speech is only 5 minutes. The first one is my capital program family, the incredible team that I have the honor to lead. You make every day a joy to come to work, and I'm not kidding. Just the other day, my daughter Gabriella was asking to me and my husband, Mom, Dad, are you happy to go to work? Are you happy? And I said without hesitation, yes, I am. And it's mainly because of you, my work family, and I have 3 tables here. Now we're still waiting for my husband answer. Just saying. We won't tell him he's not here, so I won't tell him. Oops, it's being recorded, right? I will send him the link. I have 3 tables here celebrating the achievement we have made together, which are reflected also in our awards. Each of you bring unique talents and perspective, and I truly treasure and respect them. And I learn every single day from each and all of you, so I want to thank you. The way this family cares for each other goes beyond just the professional duty. We are cultivating a culture of excellence, but also of deeply caring for our mental health. We truly, truly care for each other. And that's why I call them my family. I need to single out 2 members of my team who are active members of the CMA New England chapter. Sidal at Goddard King, board member and the scholarship committee. Thank you for being part of this. Hey, Katya Ledoux, it's a president-elect, so thank you, Katya. To all of you, thank you for your dedication, the passion, and the professionalism. It's truly a privilege to work alongside such an outstanding group of individuals. The second is the consulting and the professional association family, which CMA is part of. We, Massport and I, will not be here and will not be able to do anything without your support and collaboration. And I know that it was not easy and somehow uncomfortable for you, but I want to thank you personally for embracing lean and all these new design and construction efforts that Luciana wakes up in the morning and thinks we should do it. But I truly believe that this approach has been a game changer, fostering even more collaboration, empowering individuals at all levels, and greatly enhancing efficiency. Together, we are not just working on projects, but we are reinventing how infrastructures are programmed, designed, and constructed. Thank you for your patience and dedication to this transformative practice. They will better the industry. We should all believe that. So thank you. The third family are my mentors and sponsors. And you know who you are. I'm not going to single out. I'm looking at some of them. You are those who I call on my drive home, as you all know, when I had a bad day, and you reassure me that don't worry, Luciana, everything is going to be okay. You are who I call when I have no idea what I'm needed to do, and you're always willing to share your expertise and your experience. You are my guides, my sounding boards. You are my compass through both the personal and professional challenges. Your belief in my potential and your encouragement have propelled me forward and have encouraged me, and even when I don't believe in myself. I'm deeply grateful for your influence and the lasting impression you have made in my journey. Thank you for being such an integral part of my development and for sharing me into the professional, in shaping me into the professional I am today. So thank you. Now, my fourth and fifth families are more personal, and they go to the core of the person Luciana that it is. But I can tell you, if it was not for them, I will not be here. The first is my Italian-American community and my Italian-American family. Everybody, I was driving in and someone said, "You're going to talk about the Italians, are you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." My Italian-American community and family, they are my point of reference here in the United States. I know that wherever I am, we remain a proud community of immigrants who left our wonderful country for various reasons, maybe, but yet we maintain even stronger connection and relationship with each other. And I'm sure all of you who are immigrant probably feel have the same feeling. From getting cornetto and espresso after church on Sunday in the North End, which I still do every day, driving in even on Sunday, 25 miles, to checking up on each other. Just yesterday, someone called me twice on Saturday. I didn't pick up the phone. Yesterday, they called my husband to make sure I was okay. I'm like, it's just one day. But our bond, it's really unbreakable. We keep up with each other summer vacation, right? In the North End, we all know who's going on vacation, when and how. And we always ask if there is anything we can bring back from home, right? This community has provided me with a sense of continuity, bridging the gap between our heritage and our lives here in America, in a different country. They've been a source of strength and comfort, reminding me of the value and the tradition that are intrinsic of our culture and what we are. And last, but definitely not least, my family, my husband and children, my parents and siblings that have seen and have embraced all my ups and downs. I'm a Gemini, so I have many of this. Their love, support, patience, and understanding have been a bedrock. They are a constant source of motivation, joy, and pronunciation QAQC. My girls tell me all the time I don't pronounce right. And I couldn't have achieved anything without them. As you can see, each of these 5 families are a vital part of my story and the reason behind this award. Their support has been instrumental, and I would like to take the opportunity to underline the power of relationship, and I call it family, of working together. Only by acknowledging and nurturing our relationship will continue to make a lasting impact and build a better world, hand on hand, hand in hand. So thank you again for this incredible honor.
think we're gonna welcome the food out now. So we're just gonna have some logistical playing around. We're gonna keep going. Don't worry. We're gonna keep going, but food will be coming out. Right. All right. Project Excellence Awards. We are now ready to recognize our award-winning projects. So all of you who are in the room today who contributed to any of the awards so far, this is your moment. Each award-winning project team has put together a short video highlighting their project. We are once again extremely impressed with the depth of insight each of these videos presents, and we hope you enjoy the format. We recognize the level of effort it takes to create these videos and thank each project team for their contribution to the process. Teams will find their trophies, if they haven't already, and certificates at their table. I will introduce the category, play the video, and then ask the project team wherever you are. So there might be multiple tables, there might be individuals off in a corner somewhere. If you came here for a particular project, you can stand up and get a round of applause. I'll then encourage you to take your seat and we'll continue with the program. For anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to use the time ahead of the program to do group photos, this room right outside the door to the left is set up for group photos. There's some good backdrops in there that you can congregate your team and take your team photos with your trophies. It should be a really good setup for you. You can also snag these somewhere in the room and, or you can use the stage. It's a free for all once I get done. Okay. Our first category is infrastructure less than $15 million. It is the National Grid Lynn LNG Control Building Upgrade submitted by Bond Civil and Utility. As this project is designated a critical energy infrastructure information project, we are not able to play a video. So please forgive me for the few words that I've put together to summarize the project, and forgive me for anything that I might have left out that was a big deal. So this liquefied natural gas control building upgrade project for National Grid presented Bond Civil and Utility with the complex challenge of maintaining continuous plant functionality while demolishing the existing structure around the main control center. As written in the submission narrative, to address this, a temporary support and protective system was implemented, ensuring the uninterrupted operation of the main control room during the demolition process. Strategic coordination with the demolition partner played a crucial role in executing this task. The temporary measures were effective, resulting in successful demolition of the existing building without encountering an issue. Additionally, the project spanned multiple seasons of vaporization, the process of transitioning natural gas from a liquid state to a gaseous state through staged temperature warming. The effort required to keep the project team actively working through these vaporization windows safely layered a significant complexity to both project planning and project execution. Some highlights of the construction itself included cast in place concrete slab and foundation walls for the first floor, second floor CMU block walls and EFIS exterior facade, boiler system used for both the base building as well as the plant vaporization process, and a new HVAC system, a multi-centralized heating and cooling system. Bond Civil and Utility demonstrated a commitment to customer service by addressing the needs of the owner, National Grid. The project finished within budget and schedule with no OSHA recordables or lost time accidents. The awards committee was impressed with the level of collaboration and management expertise that brought this project to a successful completion and is proud to honor it with a 2024 Project Excellence Award. Congratulations to the National Grid Lynn LNG Control Building Upgrade Project team. Somewhere here. Please stand. Infrastructure, greater than $25 million. Piers Park 2, Massachusetts Port Authority, submitted by Kleinfeld.
The Piers Park 2 project fulfills Mass Board commitment to the East Boston community to transform a 4.6-acre vacant waterfront lot into a beautiful, accessible public park. This project is directly adjacent to and complements the existing 6.5-acre Piers Park 1, which was opened in 1995.
Piers Park 2 is a fully accessible park that can be enjoyed by adults and children of all ages. The park includes a large central lawn, multi-generational exercise, playground equipment, a water play fountain, picnic groves, an extension of the harbor walk, public parking, and extensive landscaping. It also includes a 1,600 square foot building and a 900 square foot outdoor learning pavilion for the nonprofit Piers Park Sailing Center. Piers Park is more than a park. The site is elevated to close off a major flood pathway into East Boston.
This project was very complex. It had an aggressive schedule, supply chain issues, seasonal planting limitations, and contaminated soils. We used Lean to identify project constraints and developed solutions such as spring digging of critical trees to allow timely planting in the fall. The project was completed on time and under budget. The selection of durable, low-maintenance materials and landscaping products was very important.
Our greatest challenges were meeting Massport's commitment to East Boston community to open the park by December 2023 and maintaining the Piers Park Sailing Center operations during construction. Tree planting and landscaping could not begin until late in the project when subgrade infrastructure and grading were complete. Early on, the project team collaborated to come up with a schedule that tagged trees early to assure availability when needed. We used GPS technology and automated grade control to reduce survey time and maintain the aggressive schedule. McCourt recorded over 50,000 hours worked with 0 incidents and 0 accidents.
The design of Piers Park 2 represents a commitment and partnership between the Massachusetts Port Authority and the good people of East Boston. The beautiful park design represents what is best achieved when we work together for one common goal.
Sorry, logistically, when I say congratulations to the project team, you can stand then. I was thrown off myself. So hold the applause until I say that line. We'll get through this. Okay. Next, we have infrastructure less than $100 million. Somerville Avenue utility and streetscape improvements submitted by WSP.
Aging infrastructure and chronic flooding, combined with today's severe weather events, have plagued Somerville Avenue residents and businesses for years. The WSP team provided planning, design, and construction management. The team developed a comprehensive program of urban infrastructure improvements, including constructing 14-foot wide by 6-foot high drainage conduit, lining 6,000 feet of 19th century sewers, installing water mains, adding cycle tracks and improved sidewalks, and building green infrastructure. Working around the historic infrastructure required innovation and creativity. Our team used 3D LiDAR scanning to create a real-world model of the upstream connection where 4 combined sewers and drains came together. With these scans, the team could connect the new structures to the existing historic brick sewers and drains. The large 14x6 precast box culvert is typically used for cross culverts under roadways and railroad projects. Keeping all utilities active throughout construction was a project challenge, including hanging 2 large high-pressure gas mains and electric transmission lines. Not all the work was below street level. Green stormwater upgrades complement the drainage work, including stormwater planters, bioretention basins, permeable pavers, and porous asphalt. tree cells provide uncompacted soil for healthy trees and heat island mitigation. A mode-friendly neighborhood was key to the project. Sidewalks, crosswalks, a bike path with signalized intersections, and a floating bus stop with new streetlights, landscaping, and canopies are all helping keep people safe. Somerville's Union Square has now been transformed for the over 13,000 residents and 190 businesses.
Congratulations to the Somerville Avenue Improvements Project Team. Somewhere? All right, next we have infrastructure greater than $100 million, Terminal E modernization, Logan International Airport, Massachusetts Port Authority, submitted by Suffolk.
With the Terminal E modernization project at Boston's Logan International Airport, we had the opportunity to build an iconic landmark for our city. Our vision was a next-generation terminal that enhanced the passenger experience, emphasized sustainability and technology, and welcomed the world to Boston.
Throughout the project, we focused on safety, forward-thinking design and technologies, and outstanding passenger experience. And this team delivered on our vision.
The project added 4 gates to accommodate Logan's growing number of international passengers. But Terminal E modernization was much more than that. We designed this space from the inside out, creating a modern and comfortable experience for travelers inside and a striking state-of-the-art facade outside.
Suffolk was proud to serve as the CM at risk on this project. With curved features and complex geometry, Terminal E was one of the most challenging projects I've ever done. We relied heavily on virtual modeling to coordinate its surfaces and features. Our digital engineering team worked hand in hand with Massport and AECOM to bring the drawings to life.
We also worked closely to address the challenges of building in an active airport. The pandemic hit right in the middle of this project, and the terminal was always busy, bringing in passengers from across the globe. Constant communication, planning, and collaboration kept this project moving forward safely and smoothly.
Thanks to the efforts of everyone involved, we now have spaces like the sensory room, which addresses the diverse needs of travelers who come to Terminal E. The terminal represents the future of aviation, sustainable, innovative, and centered on the people it serves. Our skilled, dedicated team made it possible to open to the world in August 2023, on time and on budget. I'm so proud and grateful. The team made the Terminal E vision a reality.
So congratulations to the Terminal E modernization project. We can now move to building projects renovation less than $30 million. And that is the Elliott Hospital Emergency Department addition and renovation, submitted by Bond Building.
The COVID-19 pandemic significantly disrupted the healthcare industry, affecting hospital project planning, design, and construction. The Elliott Hospital Emergency Department project found itself at the epicenter of such disruption, where merely 2 weeks into mobilization, the project was brought to a standstill. During the downtime period that spanned a full year, Elliott Hospital strategically capitalized on this unexpected pause, leveraging their firsthand experiences to reassess, rethink, and ultimately reimagine their project.
We had to take a pause and kind of reevaluate what we were doing. During that time, it was very difficult to understand what the current state of healthcare was because it was so dynamic. It was changing every day.
This is sort of unprecedented times, and there were no standards to deal with these things. And so we had to work as a team to kind of solve those issues.
So we focused primarily on HVAC because that was one of the key drivers during the FTC guidelines on increasing airflow to spaces and reducing particles in the air and so forth.
Through the plan, what we prioritized was the ability to create cohorts of patients based upon concern around airborne and contact infection. So what we're able to do is basically isolate certain areas of the department specific to those concerns and keep patients safe with separate exits and entry and without commingling.
We decided to flip the RTT and waiting area. The RTT area was forward thinking. Patients would be able to come in, be seen, and not have to exit through the same area and mix pandemic patients with healthy patients.
In order to meet COVID provisions, several things needed to change with respect to the design. The first thing was the air handling unit and the increased outside air fraction. That cascaded down to an increased air-cooled chiller design. Also within the air handling unit, we added UV filters to combat growth on the backside of the cooling coil, as well as airstream pathogens. And we also added increased MERV final filters, effectively equivalent to what you have the KN95 mask that people were wearing.
We continue to see an increased volume of patients presenting to the emergency department. We've been able to continue to handle those patients. We've created bigger care spaces, more privacy, and a model that reduces waste for the care team and providers that are working in a hub and spoke model.
In June of 2023, exactly 1 year after its intended opening, the Elliott Hospital ED was unveiled, ready to serve the more than 55,000 patients who will seek its services each year.
Congratulations to the Elliott Hospital project team. Next, we have new construction less than $40 million. That is the block at Odell Park, Beverly Crossing, submitted by Erland Construction.
Situated in the heart of downtown Beverly, the block at Odell Park is a 167,000 square foot, 6-story mixed-use residential property that sits on an incredibly tight site adjacent to the state's third busiest commuter rail stop, the Beverly Depot train station. The primary objective of the development project was to establish 106 new residential units and 9,000 square feet of retail space, enriching the evolving neighborhood while preserving its distinctive character. A pivotal aspect of achieving this vision involved the revitalization of the historic Casa de Luca building, reinstating it as a focal point on the corner of the new residential property. Due to the logistical constraints and the nature of the historic restoration, the block at Odell Park was a significantly complex project. Significant excavation of the earth was necessary following the demolition of 3 existing buildings to prepare for construction. The ground, dug over 20 feet deep to accommodate a 2-story below-grade parking garage, posed challenges due to its proximity to public sidewalks and roadways. To reinforce the site and ensure safety for workers, pedestrians, and neighboring businesses, substantial shoring measures were implemented, including the soldier, pile, and lagging system with lateral reinforcements. Our team closely collaborated with the structural engineer to preserve the historic features of the Casa de Luca building. Extensive measures, including floor-to-ceiling scaffolding and structural enhancements, were taken to secure the building during renovations following a large fire. Significant rework was necessary to address issues such as extreme sagging floors and structural misalignment caused by age and environmental factors. We extend a sincere thank you to everyone who contributed their efforts and expertise, working together seamlessly to ensure the successful completion of this project, including our incredible trade partners, vendors, and consultant teams.
Congratulations to the block at Odell Park project team. All right, the awardee for new construction less than $50 million is Garden City Elementary School, Cranston Public Schools, submitted by Jacobs.
Fortunately, in November of 2020, the voters in Cranston overwhelmingly approved our bond, which included this project. So we are very fortunate, and we are forever grateful to the folks who voted and approved our projects.
This was a job that exemplified the meaning of teamwork. It wasn't just a slogan on a wall. It was real, it was infectious. There were no egos on this project. Everybody had the same common goal, and that was to turn over a building built on time, on budget, and of the highest quality.
We were still in the middle of the pandemic, and that required us to meet remotely, coordinate the building remotely, which is really a challenge in our industry. Being face-to-face is, the best thing that we can do to move a project forward.
This is a new kind of model called a student-centered collaboration model. So in this school of 575 students, there are 5 learning communities in the school. And they consist of smaller scale learning studios and large articulated learning commons. And that's where a lot of the education happens.
And now, rather than students being isolated in a one small classroom all day, they have the opportunity to work with multiple teachers and a bigger network of peers in a learning community model.
We're very fortunate that RIDE, School Building Authority, was flexible and very user-friendly and worked with us to make sure that we could build the school we wanted to build, maintain some type of fair budget.
The challenges during the pandemic were unique. So as a result, we had constant communication among the architects, engineers, consultants, construction managers, and so on.
We did engage the community by holding meetings, different walkthroughs, engaging the neighbors.
Congratulations to the Garden City project team. All right, next, building projects, new construction, less than $200 million. S40 Aircraft Assembly Facility, Beta Technologies, submitted by PC Construction.
This 188,500 square foot Beta Technologies aircraft assembly facility was built on a 40-acre former brownfield site directly adjacent to Patrick Leahy Burlington International Airport. It includes aircraft manufacture and assembly space and offices to support the production of Beta's first all-electric aircraft. Despite the ever-evolving technology necessitating constant design updates, PC completed the work on a drastically accelerated timeline. Conceptual design to completion in just 2.5 years, including 6 months of early design packages and 6 months of permitting.
I think the aspect of the job that the team is most proud of was our ability to stay flexible through pre-construction and construction. And I say that because it's very rewarding to support a local company that's on the forefront of a new industry, while at the same time, overcoming the challenges of building a facility that's going to manufacture a product that's still being invented.
Another challenge was completing the project next to Northern New England's 3rd busiest airport. This required constant communication with air traffic control, same-day pivots to work schedules, and creative workarounds to equipment height restrictions. This was most obvious with the installation of the roof ridge beams. Altitude restrictions rolled out using a crane, so PC brought in a helicopter to hoist them into place atop the 55-foot tall building. Following extensive planning among all parties, 16 half-ton beams were set in place in just 3 hours. Quality was also key, with PC assigning 2 team members to oversee it full-time, with daily site walks and weekly owner tours for timely feedback. The end result is this award-winning project, which owner, designers, subcontractors, and the entire PC team can be extremely proud of. Thank you to CMAA for this outstanding honor.
Congratulations to the Beta Technologies project team. New construction, less than $500 million, is the John A. Volpe National Transportation Center, GSA, submitted by AECOM.
Located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, the Volpe Center is a national and global leader in facilities for transportation research, analysis, technology, and innovation. It spans 4 acres and 400,000 gross square feet.
We needed to have a new state-of-the-art research facility because the research that Department of Transportation does here is very current. This project was a one-of-a-kind, a unique project. The first, and I think to date only, exchange agreement project that GSA has undertaken.
So what we had here was an original 14 acres of property that the former DOT facility was built on, and consolidated down to 4 acres, and the remaining 10 acres goes to MIT.
This agreement was based on a $750 million exchange. So the difference between the cost of constructing the new facility was basically a check written to the federal government.
The Volpe Center was built with the highest energy efficiency and resiliency in mind.
Our goal was to reach LEED Gold, but towards the end of the project, we decided that we would go ahead and reach LEED Platinum. So this will be the LEED Platinum building. And that, I think, speaks volumes to the sustainability features in the building.
A third of the building energy and hot water is generated renewably on site, and the building is equipped with innovative energy efficiency measures, such as a water-cooled chiller plant supplemented with a heat recovery chiller and an automation system that monitors energy use and fuel consumption.
Congratulations to the John A. Volpe project team. New construction greater than 500 million. Winthrop Center Millennium Partners, submitted by Suffolk.
Winthrop Center transformed the skyline in downtown Boston, not just in height, but by setting a new standard for what a mixed-use project can be. We wanted to prioritize the connection between the building's performance and the health of people using it, and do it in one of Boston's busiest neighborhoods. The stakes on this project were incredibly high, and this team rose to the occasion.
Winthrop Center had a unique design. We wanted it to be Boston's new living room, tying into the fabric of the neighborhood and creating meaningful public experiences. The project also had to meet high standards for LEED Platinum, WELL certification, and Passive House design. No one had created a Passive House building at this scale before. The first 25 floors houses high-performance office space. Above that, there is a mechanical floor, sort of an engine room for the complex, and above that, top-of-the-market residences and amenities. Each of these uses requires different layouts.
Suffolk was proud to serve as a CM at risk on this project. The complex design meant that we emphasized virtual modeling, a robust QA/QC program through all phases of construction, and innovation in materials and equipment sourcing. The project also marked Boston's first ever sky mat, a horizontal concrete transfer slab that alleviated the structural stresses between the residents above and the offices below. Our team pulled off this engineering feat on a tight site with no scheduled delays.
When this project first started, there were only a handful of small Passive House projects in Massachusetts. The biggest one in the world was 270,000 square feet. Scaling up the Passive House standards for Winthrop Center, which is more than 800,000 square feet and located in Boston's cold climate, was a major achievement. Now, Winthrop Center is the largest Passive House office building in the world.
This project exceeded our expectations. The team took on challenges in engineering, sustainability, technology, a global pandemic, and supply chain disruption. They addressed these challenges and every challenge that came their way. We see Winthrop Center as blazing a trail for Boston and cities around the globe. I'm so grateful and proud of what we have accomplished together.
Congratulations to the Winthrop Center project team. Our next award is the Chapter Choice Award. The selection committee loved this project's unique characteristics and extensive use of modeling technology. Cummings School of Nursing and Health Sciences, Endicott College, submitted by Windover Construction.
It's been an amazing journey. We've been with Endicott College over the past 15 years. And truly this project caps off 12 years of a project to create this wonderful academic hub in the center of campus. It consisted of 6 different buildings, parking structure, and it was amazing that we could all connect them. So it's really transformed how they learn here on campus along with the community and how they come together. And I also want to acknowledge all of the efforts by not only our design team, but also the Endicott College team. It's been a collaborative effort, and we're really, really proud of this building.
For the context, we use similar materials, building systems, interior and exterior finishes to tie into its surroundings. What is unique about this building is that it has 2 fronts. There's the quad site, which you realize upon entering campus, and there's the street site, which is opposite of the football stadium.
The collaboration with the trade partners was a key factor for the success of the project because we were able to work real-time solutions in the field. So this project was fully coordinated with BIM 360. That lays out all of the MEP trades so there's no clashes ahead of time. Very important on a job like this that you don't get halfway through and then find out you have a bunch of clashes. Could lead to schedule delays or just overtime work to pick up that time.
This was a challenging project due to the complexity, size, the location in the heart of the campus. I'm so proud of our entire project team for the collaboration and innovation used to bring it together.
Congratulations to the Cummings School of Nursing and Health Sciences project team. Our final award this afternoon is our Project of the Year award. This project submission topped all of the other submissions in the eyes of the awards committee for its complexity, extensive design and planning process, and the impact it had on its surrounding areas during and after construction. Project of the Year is L1332C4 Terminal B to C Main Roadways, Logan International Airport, Massachusetts Port Authority, submitted by Stantec.
The C4 project is a multi-year program consisting of construction projects at Logan International Airport aimed at improving traffic flow and modernizing the airport's infrastructure. Located in the heart of one of the nation's busiest airports, this project required constant, detailed collaboration between the owner, engineer, and contractor.
The last and largest of 8 projects in the program, this design bid build project included the construction of 3 intertwined curved girder viaduct structures, a 4-sided concrete underpass, and several new at-grade roadways serving terminals B and C, all within a project area less than 4 acres. To combat the project's congestion above and below grade, the project team used intensive federated 3D modeling and clash detection during both the design and construction phases. We relied on these models heavily during the work planning process, and they were critical in engaging key stakeholders prior to major construction activities.
The project team held weekly planning and monthly stakeholder meetings to review logistics for upcoming construction activities, accommodating various operational needs. Using this collaborative approach, we executed an accelerated construction sequence, including demolition of the last remaining section of the existing departures viaduct, erected the final span of the Terminal B exit bridge using an SPMT, and rebuilt the departures roadway in its final configuration, all in 7 days.
Beyond this accelerated work, the project team constructed several temporary roadways and bridges to accommodate various traffic shifts, all with the goal of maintaining normal airport operations. In planning the traffic shifts and executing the work, the Bond SPS JV and the entire project team were still able to prioritize airport security and the safety of all on-site personnel and the traveling public.
The Terminal B2C main roadway was an extremely challenging and complex project. But thanks to our partners at Stantec, Bond Civil Utility, and SPS New England, we were able to successfully complete the project while maintaining full airport operations and fulfilling all of Massport's conditions of satisfaction.
Congratulations to the Terminal B to C Main Roadways project team. There, we got there, we got here. Excuse the hand gesture for a second. My camera is following me. Yeah, it's still following me. Stop following me. No, it's still going. Hold on. Stop. Okay. I got to be careful what I do there. All right. So we are thrilled to welcome members of this stellar project to the stage and share some additional insights into what made this project a success. I'll share quick bios and they can join me here on stage. Dave Doan is a senior project manager with Massachusetts Port Authority's Capital Program Department. He has 37 years of experience and and for the past 13 years has worked at Massport. David served as the authority's project manager for the Terminal B to C Roadways Improvement Program and is a registered professional civil engineer in the states of Massachusetts and New Hampshire. He is a certified construction manager and has a Bachelor's of Science degree in architectural engineering from Wentworth Institute of Technology. Connor Hoy is a structural engineer with 6 years of experience working in Stantec's major project delivery group. Connor served as the lead resident engineer overseeing the technical compliance of the day-to-day operation during the construction phase of the L1332. That's how I say it. I don't know if anyone else says it that way, but Terminal B to C Roadways program. He also worked as the civil utility and bridge design engineer and as the project's BIM manager during the design phase. Connor holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in civil engineering from Worcester Polytechnic Institute, a Master's of Science degree in engineering management from Tufts University and is a registered professional engineer. John Dyer has over 16 years of experience and holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in civil engineering from the University of New Hampshire. As a project executive for SPS New England, John is responsible for the overall management and success of complex bridges and roadway projects. He has excellent construction management skills and is adept at communicating with owner and agency officials. And finally, Mike Johnson is a construction superintendent whose career spans over 2 decades. He has successfully managed multi-million-dollar projects ranging from excavation and site work to environmental remediation and building construction. Mike's experience includes managing diverse teams and subcontractors across many facets of construction, including deep excavation, roadwork, utilities, and environmental initiatives. He is backed by strong credentials and a proven record of on budget, on time, and high quality project completions. Mike's proficiency in coordinating complex projects makes him an asset in ensuring project success and client satisfaction. Please enjoy this rest of the story presentation. Dave, Connor, John, Mike, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Austin. So what we're going to do this morning, or this afternoon, I apologize. It's gone by fast. We're going to give you a little bit of a background on what the project was, the overall program, and then we'll talk to you about how we used our design and construction tools. And then the project team, Bond SPS, will come in and talk about one of our most complicated challenges on the project. So I think you'll find it very interesting. So the first question is, why did we do the project? Those of you who remember the airport, remember the old departures viaduct we had, as you can see in these images here, we were constantly out there repairing it, many times under emergency conditions. Either the underside of the structure was failing and we had to do emergency repairs in order for traffic to work underneath it. Sometimes on top, we had to do repairs, could be just putting bituminous down in order to get the roadway open again. It was becoming an ongoing problem just to be able to operate. The other condition we had, just the traffic that we were dealing with. As you can see in these are images from the morning trying to get into Terminal C. Every morning was the same thing. There's backup between Terminal B and C and gridlock during the early morning hours as people were trying to depart. So our goals for the project was to deconflict this Terminal B and C traffic. How do we separate them so they don't continue to cause any more issues? We need to demolish this structure, which is serving as a problem for us. It's costing us a huge amount of money to maintain and repair it constantly. And then we had to come up with a design that thought about the future. How were we going to plan for airline growth and the traffic that they were going to be bringing onto the airport with increased flights? So that kind of became the idea of what we wanted to do. But here's just a model of traffic, just for those of you maybe who remember this or don't. This is what we were dealing with every morning. You can see Terminal B traffic and the departures roadway traffic trying to fight to get onto the roadway together. And over on the right-hand side of the image is the Terminal C traffic trying to find curbside space. This was a constant battle that the project team had to solve. So what we did was we carved up the real estate out there and created a series of projects. We knew one project wasn't going to solve it. We had to do a series of projects that we could build on, and each project would set the stage for the next one. So the yellow projects that you see were ones that were largely utility enabling. How do we get utilities out of the way in preparation for follow-on projects? And then the blue was a big project for getting Terminal B entrance ready. And then the green was a large project to connect B and C. The purple was a separate project. It was the Terminal C canopy project, which was providing additional capacity at the C curbside and moving all the TNCs off the curb and off the roadways into the garages. All of this was done in preparation for the area you see in red. That's the project of the year, and that we're going to talk more about. But all this had to be choreographed so that we could line it up timing wise so that we would be ready for this C4 project. If we didn't meet schedules with these earlier projects, then we couldn't finish the project as the C4 project came on board. It really had to be timed properly. So just to kind of show where did we come from and where did we end up? So in 2017, it was before construction. At the end of 2017, we brought the project team on to start design. And this is what the airport looked like. There's the old departures roadway. It's the old recirculation ramps in front of Terminal B. This is what we were starting with. Then in 2020, we developed and we finalized what our plan was. We had already been in construction on some of the contracts, and we had finalized our program of what the finished product would look like. And we had, in our plan here, in this BIM model that you see, we deconflicted the traffic and we had what the finished roadways would look like. We had another 3 years to go, though, in order to get to this point. And then finally, in 2023, this is what we came up with. And the finished product, if we compare it, you can see on the left the 2020 design phase model, and on the right the 2023 completion, actually constructed. We achieved the B and C traffic deconflicted. We eliminated the 1960s viaduct, and we improved the traffic so that we could support airline growth. So this is the background of the project, and I'll turn it over to Connor Hoey, who will talk more about the design and construction.
Thanks, Dave. That was pretty good with no notes. I'm not that good. So Dave provided a little bit of context on the overall project, but now I'd like to talk a little bit more about how we work together to integrate the design and construction phases of the project. So firstly, the project teams relied heavily on lean tools such as pull plans, big room sessions, and check-ins during the design phase of the project to allow the team to streamline the design packages to support the overlapping construction contracts. This commitment to lean continued through the construction phase of the project with weekly work planning sessions where we brought in key stakeholders to discuss potential operational impacts due to construction, as well as the use of pull plannings prior to major construction activities so that everybody knew who needed to be where and when. However, my key focus today is the use of digital tools and 3D modeling to help design, plan, and execute this complex project. So the project of this size and complexity, visualizations and models are pretty commonplace and standard at this point, and they're great tools for stakeholder engagement and project communication. As you can see from these images and some of the images that Dave shared previously, the models that were developed for this project are fairly detailed and they tell a pretty good story of what we were intending to do. So I'll just flash through those pretty quickly. That guy. One more. All very pretty pictures. But beyond these visualizations, the design team also developed several analytical models that were used to generate drawings, assess different alternatives, and to confirm design compliance prior to issuing documents. Unfortunately, with congested project sites, complex bridge structures, and phase construction, it meant that we needed to have a model of the entire project, regardless of which one it was at all times. People couldn't work in their own shared, in their own sandboxes, right? Everybody needed to be in one place at the same time. So our team's solution to that was the use of federated modeling or combining all of these models into one cohesive common data environment, including projects from adjacent capital programs to allow us to coordinate utility connections as well prior to issuing 2D drawings and doing traditional review via Bluebeam or pen and paper. These models were based on data that was captured during a robust subsurface investigation phase during and prior to design. And then they were updated each month throughout construction based on as-built data that was provided by the various contractors working on the program, including Bond and SPS. With these models in hand, having a live version of the project site, whether it's design or midway through construction, our team was able to perform clash detection, 4D simulations, and live constructability reviews prior to issuing drawings and reducing the amount of conflicts in the field.
Uh, the nice thing about having these models during design is that you can use them in construction as well. These models were relied on heavily by the project team during the planning of major construction operations, like you can see here in these images, as well as by the resident engineers in the field on an iPad to compare finished condition proposed design with what we're seeing on the site actively. A few good examples of this coordination is coordination with Massport Fire and Rescue prior to a major traffic shift that allowed us to identify an emergency response pathway, as well as fire suppression connection locations for them so that they could understand what we were doing and how they would respond in relation to our project site. Another good example is these images you can see here on the bottom of the slide. We were able to model the PBU erection and SPMT move that John and Mike are going to talk about in a little bit, and actually model the rigging that was going to pick the PBUs and analyze how close that rigging was going to get to the active pedestrian walkways that are overhead of the project site. With this analysis in hand, Massport was actually able to make the decision to leave the walkways open during this complex construction activity, which made the passenger experience for the traveling public a lot smoother and easier during construction. So I'm going to turn it over to John now, who's going to talk a little bit about the SPMT project, right?
Thank you, Connor. First off, I just wanted to thank both Dave and Connor for a true partnership on the project. It was, a real collaborative effort, and it wouldn't have been a success without everyone's input. So like Connor said, I'm going to talk quickly, and we have a video at the end. It's going to do a way better job explaining everything than I will right now. That we're very proud of the video. But the project challenge we wanted to highlight was the existing temporary bridge and viaduct demolition, bridge span installation, and roadway reconstruction between terminals B and C. So this shut off access to Terminal C. Everyone had to detour through Terminal B for, we had proposed in the contract, 11 days. Required management and planning of airport traffic, obviously, coordination with Massport stakeholders was crucial in the success. The work involved, like I said, was demolishing a section of the departures roadway over the new Terminal B exit. I'm going to have some pictures in 2 more slides that'll show that a little better. And installing a set of PBUs, bridge span under the walkway that Connor just mentioned, between the central garage and Terminal B. And at the end, the goal was to rebuild the departures roadway under the new bridge span and reopen it to traffic. The operation was scheduled for 11 days, and because of everybody's effort and planning, it was completed in 9 days. So just wanted to touch on lean construction techniques mentioned by Luciana, mentioned by Connor and Dave. We had extensive pull planning meetings before the process. You can see everyone on the right there is a stakeholder in the pull planning. There's over 20, if you count them up, 8 entities from Massport, Stantec, Bond SPS, and every subcontractor who was involved in the work. We broke the pull plan down into pre-work activities and then hour by hour blocks for the 11-day period. And the pull plan was not only used as a pre-planning tool, but a mechanism to track progress during the 11-day period. So now to the good stuff, the pictures. So on the left-hand side, upper left, you can see the demolition starting. Just note that they're demolishing that span under the new Terminal B exit. Bottom left is a progress shot. And then on the right side, you can see the span down demolition cleanup underway. And then this slide, upper left, you can see the SPMT, self-propelled modular transporter, being put together. Bottom left is the PBU precast bridge unit being loaded on and going into place. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the PBU coming in, and just note, how tight the bridge to the walkway is. Those SPMTs slid the PBUs over like butter. It went excellent. Now turn it over to Mike, talk about the roadway reconstruction.
Good afternoon. I'd also like to echo John's sentiments to Dave and Connor. It truly was a team effort for the last really 5 years for all of us together. So once the SPMTs were in place, that allowed us to get back in there. We had to rebuild approximately 150 feet of roadway, the new roadway consisting of lightweight fill, new utilities to finish off the roadway. And then, so it was an 11-day period that we actually finished in 9 days, which presented a few problems because now the schedule we have is accelerated. So we had to keep one of our key subcontractors, Brock's, kind of on the phone saying, all right, we're going to come in 48 hours ahead of time and start paving, which they were fantastic. They came in, they did the job. As you can see, they did it in the middle of the night. That's the bottom left-hand corner. And then the final product is on the right, where we opened the traffic, opened the roadway traffic fully complete in 9 days. One of the most things I'm proud about at this 9-day period is that there are no injuries or accidents during the 9-day period. We work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every task had a pre-task huddle before we started. Every time there's a shift change, we stopped work. We sat down with the team that was leaving, with the team that came on. Massport Safety was heavily involved in these meetings. The entire project team was involved in all these meetings, and it allowed us to like I say, get through this 9-day period with not one incident, and open the roadway a little bit ahead of time. And I also have the privilege of not having to speak too much and introduce the video. And I think it will speak for itself if I can figure out how to play. Just click it again. Click it again.
Within this 11-day period, we had work at height, we had demolition going on, we were burning, we had a lot of dust control, a lot of heavy equipment. We were in very tight areas. We worked 24 hours a day for 9 days straight, so there was a lot of fatigue involved, and all the contractors did everything that they had to do, and we had 0 incidents and 0 injuries in that 9-day period.
We had 24-hour coverage through the 9-day period between law and civil and SPS safety officers. We brought them into the planning stage, really helped the team be prepared for certain aspects of the work, making sure they had the proper PPE. Everyone was working safe, 0 accidents, 0 injuries, and it's due to the pre-planning and great effort by the team. Terminal C Roadways project is the 4th contract to replace the existing viaduct between terminals B and C.
So within this project, there was a portion that required a 24-hour operation that went on for 9 days.
We demolished a temporary bridge and installed a permanent span of the bridge, along with completed roadways to tie everything together. Basically the culmination of 4 contracts in the making, and specifically 2 years in the making for this contract. Some of the challenges through the process were we had a full detour of Terminal C departures through the 9-day period. The goal for the joint venture, along with Massport, was to get the roadways open as soon as possible. We had an 11-day period. We finished in 9 days.
That's why we had to work 24/7, was to stop that detour and get that going. It's required over 2 years of planning. We knew from bid day, which was back in 2021, that this was coming and that this was a major portion of this project. So we wrote countless work plans, countless demo plans. We worked with Massport, we worked with Stantec, who was the lead engineer, we worked with some of the airlines, JetBlue in particular, the parking facilities people at Massport as well, to make sure everyone was aware and on board of how we're going to do this and when we're going to do it, because it was a major disruption to the airport. Also, logistically, we're right smack dab in the middle of 2 very busy terminals, and we had to get a lot of materials in. We had to bring a large crane in. We had to bring 3 pieces of precast bridge units in, all of which required us to bringing them backwards because of the overhead walkways and height restrictions. So we had to stop traffic a week ahead of time and get all the materials up onto the bridges so that when the weekend came, everything was already right here in the work zone so that traffic could get around us.
What we did over that 9-day period is demolish the final span of the viaduct. That span was sitting directly over the new Terminal B exit. In addition to that, we installed the final span of the Terminal B departures bridge structure, which was under the walkway, which presented its own challenges. We had to use SPMT, self-propelled modular transporter, to walk the precast bridge units into position. They were set by a 275-ton crane on the SPMT and walked into place over a 12-hour period. At the end of that, the roadways were then tied together to get traffic flowing back into Terminal C.
With all that assisted help and all that pre-planning, We went through all the job hazard analysis prior to the work starting, and everybody knew what they were going to be doing and how they were going to do it. It made for no, oh, we forgot this, we forgot that. It was all there, and everybody was ready to do the job they were supposed to do.
We worked with Select Demo Services to do all the demolition work. They took down the existing viaduct structure. They demolished the temporary bridge. After that, Atlantic Bridge and Engineering was the precast bridge unit erector. They came in, put the precast bridge units in with the assistance of Bay Crane, who was the operator of the self-propelled modular transport, along with the 275-ton crane. We internally did the roadway work and then utility work as well. Brock's Industries came in at the very end, did the paving work, and then Markings Inc. was the pavement marking subcontractor to tie the roads together. The whole team worked together great to deliver the project successfully to Massport on time.
I think we're a great team. It's been a very good collaboration, very good work relationship. I think we all work together very well, and that showed in how this all pulled off.
So in closing, the project team would like to thank CMAA New England for recognizing this project and all of the dedicated professionals that made this project possible. Thank you. Thank you all. 20 minutes, give or take, is certainly not enough time to really capture every element of this project. It was truly an impressive project. And I look forward to future opportunities to continue learning more about it. Okay, let me wrap up as quickly as possible, but I could vamp for 20 minutes if we want to really hit the 2 p.m. mark, but I won't do that to you. As a reminder, in your program booklet on the last page is the QR code for the survey. So again, my tremendous apologies to the Terminal E team on not having the right video. I did check for any instance on it. I did not find it. So that's on me. But good job. You can take it out in the survey. And any feedback on anything the chapter does is more than helpful. So any feedback we get from this event, we can apply to any of the other events that we have. Thank you all for attending and participating in our awards program. Thank you to the awards committee for its efforts, Kathy, Mike, John P, and John V. And thanks to the auxiliary committee members who have helped out in one way or another, Deborah, Sidell, Missy, Tom, Bob, Will, and Dave. And thank you to Mike D'Agostino of Wentworth for taking photographs, and to the Wentworth volunteers who are out at the check-in table. Thank you to Bond Building for developing the program booklet. Please recycle if you take it with you, and if you don't, we will recycle it, but do the code survey first. Thank you, WSP, for the name tags. On your way out, please drop your name tags off at the check-in table. I want to say that there's going to be a box or a basket there. We'll reuse the holders and we'll recycle the paper in there as well. My last parting comment is, here behind me, we have our banner for our 30th year, and we're going to be celebrating our 30th year as a chapter in September. On the inside front cover of your booklet, there's a save the date. We're going to be down at Granite Links in Quincy. And I truly hope that folks will keep your eyes out over the summer for more information about that event. We're thinking of like a cocktail hour event, and we'd love to have some drinks with you. I'll let you go. Get back to work now. The bar is open. Cash bar downstairs,
if work allows it. And thank you very much.